Good morning and welcome to Unicorn Square. My name is Bridget, liaison to fairies and unicorns, and creator, sewing person of fairies, unicorn horns, and crystal flower holders. And I thought today would be a really fun day to visit with the unicorns. So here's, for those of you just joining in, welcome to Unicorn Square. I love that little fun message. And so when I first stumbled upon Unicorn Square, this is what started my entire everything. See that little unicorn hanging out? That was what I woke up to one morning. It was unbelievable. And from there, I discovered that every full moon, the unicorns shed their horns, like you lose a baby tooth, which is really amazing. And so I would find these, and I sat with it one day in nature, and I listened to see what the unicorns had to say. And what the unicorns have to say is that it's time for everyone to know their true story. And each person discovers that story for themselves. So if you sit in nature, hold this in the palm of your hand, close your eyes, and breathe deeply 3 times. It's really very exciting. That opens up your mind to hear the true story of the unicorn. So amazing. So amazing. Unicorn horns are made of selenite, which is named after the Greek moon goddess Selene for its moonlight glow. I love it. And so I have these guys, and truly when you sit, so it really does. And in the wintertime you can sit next to a window, and part of the unicorn story comes from the feel of the sun on your face, or the sound of the birds chirping, or the winds blowing through the trees. It all comes to you from nature. And so for my unicorn story, unicorns are everywhere. They're just one tab back, for instance. So if I have my computer open and I have 6 tabs open, the one I visibly can see is what we see every single day. But you know that tabs 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are there. They're just not immediately in front of you. So when you sit with the unicorn horn, it allows you to go 1 tab back into the unicorn world. And so for my story, the unicorns say that they're everywhere. It's just super loud. They have very sensitive ears, and it's so they kind of have pieced out into nature. And so they just blend in with nature and hang out, and it's nice and quiet. And when they do pop out to say aloha and to visit, they still have flowers and tree leaves all in. There's their selenite horn, and the flowers and the leaves are all in their mane and tail still when they do come out to visit. So they do come out, but definitely they're still just like full of all of nature, which is really kind of cool. So what I've created are these awesome little holders for the unicorn horns, and they're filled with lavender. They smell so good. And so you just to have a unicorn horn in your room, they're super magical. I have them in every single window of my home because I feel like it's a grid of peacefulness and protection, and it's just super lovely. It turns my home into a peaceful sanctuary, and it's super lovely. Just by having one in a room, it definitely mellows out a space. And even holding this, I'm like, peacefulness of, it's like a big like release of just letting go, and just a sigh of relief. It's really lovely. And so by having these placed in the room, that's what it does. And then also by sitting with it, it does open it up so that you can hear the true story of the unicorn. It's super amazing, and I love it. Now with each one of these unicorn horns, let's see, where's my story? I have a small little story that explains everything that I just said. And so it says, each full moon, the unicorns shed their horn here at Unicorn Square. The unicorns have asked us to gather their horns so everyone can learn their true story. We gather the horns before the rain comes because they cannot get wet. They just lose a little bit of their luster. And here's how to use them. Take your unicorn horn outside and sit in nature. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep, slow breaths. Then listen for the story. The story is different for each person and may be told through bird sounds, the sun on your face, or the clouds passing overhead. Unicorn horns are fragile, so please be gentle with them. That's true. They are fragile. Look at how it's so translucent at the top. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. So be gentle. Like, these are definitely not, I'm going to put a unicorn horn on top of my head and run around. Or you don't want to throw it. It definitely is very gentle. It's a tool used to communicate with the unicorns and to embrace the peacefulness that they have. So that part is super important. And try not to get them wet because they lose a little bit of the translucency. And do spend time in nature with them. And then you can place them in the pouch for safekeeping. So they're super special and lovely and amazing. And I have, this is a really pretty pink vintage pouch that I think is really fun. But I have all kinds of different colors and it's really exciting. So today I thought it would be really fun to spend time with our unicorn. So yeah, it's really exciting. I encourage everyone to listen to the true story of the unicorn. They definitely are real. The world changed a little bit for them, so they were like, we're just going to hang out and just linger here in the background for all the loudness. So, but it's another good reason to go out in nature and see if you can listen to your story of the unicorn, and perhaps you'll get a glimpse of them too. So it's always really exciting. But that's today's story from Unicorn Square. I hope you enjoyed it. And then what I'll also do, so we have a nice little relaxation with the unicorn horn. And we'll just see, let's take a look and see one message that might come along with it. And we'll just kind of take a look and see if there's one extra little message that the unicorns would like to tell us today, because that's always fun. But we'll go to the cards and see if there's anything really fun. So, dear unicorns, what do we have to look forward to today? But I really love any kind of tool that's an awesome tool to be able to get you outside to listen, because nature has a lot to say, a lot. It's always a really good thing. So yeah, so that's what I have to say about the fun unicorn horn. And in addition to that, the unicorn is going to say, let's see, let's take a look and see what we have. Here we go. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. And it says, don't be sad if you think the unicorns are not real. You should release that and follow your intuition when it comes to the unicorns, right? Surrender any thoughts and be fearless in your pursuit of learning the true story of the unicorns. How about that? That's pretty interesting, isn't it? Wow. All right, I like that message. I like that message a lot. I think it's really kind of fun. And don't feel guilty over not believing them. And you can always change your story. So even if you think that you didn't believe in the unicorn, it's never too late to say, no, you know what? I'm going to go and believe in the unicorns now. Perfectly acceptable. And so, yeah, and then let's see, one more message that we have is where you draw your attention is where it goes. So collectively, how about that? That's the last message from the unicorn. Collectively, as everyone believes that they're not real, that collectively has been like, we're just going to hang out and be in the back. But collectively, if everyone knew without a shadow of a doubt that they're real, they would be like, yeah, let's all come out and play. It'll be awesome. So yeah, that's the other part from our unicorns today. So that's kind of cool. And finally, I'm just going to say our last message in this moment. I am grateful for the unicorn because they're super awesome and super peaceful, and they always anytime I even talk about the unicorn, all of a sudden my shoulders are relaxed. And it's a big sigh, and it makes me happy with a smile. So yay to the unicorns. And that's going to do it for today. Oh, speaking of unicorns, at the end of this video, I will show, I went to an ice castle and there was all kinds of items in tribute to the unicorns. And so I'm going to show a little video clip of that. So stay tuned. And as always, like, share, subscribe. Sharing is caring. And it's always really exciting to do that. And here's Casino, our little workshop dog. Say hi. Hello. Hello, Casino. And so sharing is caring. And I'm on Twitter, Facebook, and also on Instagram. And I know, and he blends in with me nicely. Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and also let's see, Pinterest, Etsy. I have my own website at Unicorn Square where you could purchase your own unicorn horn. And yeah, that's going to do it for today. Now I get lots of love from this guy. All right. Thank you for joining in. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Casino, say goodbye. Say goodbye. No. Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the kisses. And then here we are in an ice castle. Oh, this is amazing. Look at this ice castle.